Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My colleagues from all over the world, my special respect to my rectors, Professor Duya, who's still with us here. Allow me in 15 minutes to deliver idea of opportunity for strengthening the Indonesian Sea with pentahelix through collaboration. I think the participants of this workshop already represent not only triple helix, but already pentahelix that we are going to discuss, especially in the issue of seaweed development in Indonesia. I start with the President message, President decree for seaweed development. This is, I think, in 2019, we are so grateful that finally this is not the issue of only department level, but this is already the issue at the country level, where the president himself create what we call a presidential decree number 33 in 2019. The direction of this presidential regulation or decree is that the seaweed need to be on the economic value, significant economic value through cultivation, of course, and for post-harvest development, including industry. And also, the country especially ordered to restructure the distribution and seaweed processing and industry to be close to each other, so it doesn't need to be transported too far. And also, the country also encouraged to develop not only raw materials efficiency and effectivity, but also develop industry for high-end products. And of course, especially the mention or describe about the need to develop and implement R&D, especially in the context of cultivation and product technology at the national and global level. So our workshop today is exactly actually also responding to this presidential decree. And my colleagues from all over the world, as our rector already mentioned, we welcome you all to Hasanuddin University. We have the Center for Seaweed Development. And indeed, this is the area, the province that produce the highest number of seaweed in Indonesia. And maybe it can be also clarified later that actually maybe in terms of province, South Sulawesi province is the #1 province in the world who produce the most number of seaweed. Okay, let me just go a little bit in detail of this presidential decree, because this is the basic, the fundamental policy that we will be using in developing pentahelix. So it is based on R&D. This is like R&D based technology and development and innovation. So Ministry of Home Affairs, also university, and also research agency are encouraged to really play significant roles. Of course, the Ministry of Marine Affairs and Fisheries and also Ministry of Industry will be, two of them are designated to be minister in charge of seaweed development in Indonesia. You can see from the map, all over Indonesia now, actually, we have now actually more than this. This is just the main map of potential seaweed cultivation in Indonesia. But then since 2000 until now, actually, we have production of seaweed. This is for not dry weight, but wet weight, more than 10 million hectares per year. And of course, we know that we still have a lot of potential. We still have a room for development. We calculate that our current production actually only 20% of the potential area. So we do hope that we can develop more seaweed production in the future. Of course, this need a lot of not only innovation by R&D, but also the involvement of stakeholders and users and another agency, what we call pentahelix collaboration. So we do understand this is not new idea. We already know about the triple helix in the past, how the academia and business and government actually work together to develop the speed of production of, including seaweed production and other industries. But now we put pentahelix especially because for Indonesia, seaweed production is the matter of income for coastal community and now becoming one of the most important revenue for coastal community. And we also put media especially because this is require support from the public. We know that Indonesia is a new democratic country, so we need to have a better understanding about this business so that the whole society will consider that seaweed development is a good potential for the future of Indonesian coastal economy. And of course, University and Research Institute will be one of the leaders innovation center to develop this idea. We know all of these seaweed, everyone I think have tried to eat seaweed and now becoming a lot more diverse in terms of production, from salad to snacks and so on. We have a lot of them on the markets, but of course we need to have this more as we know that food is one of the most needed, of course, and challenging for the future of human being in this single planet. And especially we also need to develop other protein source, and seaweed can be one of the potential sources of protein, especially in the context of area, the limited land, and with the human population always increase. So we now at UNHAS, we encourage our partners and also users to work together to develop. Although today we are talking about ICHEMA, but that just for everybody to know that in the future of TPCD, we might be developing to the next agenda on other contexts of seaweed issue. And many other functions, of course, of seaweed that we can explore, including for fiber content of seaweed, which is alginate and so on. Jelly include diversification of seaweed species also have a lot of potential to be source of minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, and carbohydrates. Of course, it is not the main source of carbohydrates for the future, but this also can be as a supplemented for carbohydrates, lipids, protein, as I mentioned already. And we are hoping that in the future, this is becoming a modern food. And the reason why later on I will explain a little bit, that actually seaweed can be a multifunction, multi-roles in terms of human development. And it is inevitable that the population of the world will be, becoming maybe 10 billion by 2055 and something. That means we will need a lot of more food, and from there we need to have protein. So, and the meat production actually has been increased quite high time, 5 times in the last decades. And currently, animal protein, of course, still account for almost 40% of total human protein requirement. So this is, I mentioned this because this is challenging. Then I do hope that using pentahelix mechanism, we will work together to use this seaweed as a solution for everybody. It is a trend of people they will increase their protein consumption, not only for sporting activity, but also for other purposes. And also many other things, including actually in the context of climate change. We do hope that this is one of the replacement, not really replacement, but can be an alternative to reduce our meat dependency. And I mentioned this again because we are hoping that the media also can pick up this as a new insight for the future, that seaweed actually has a lot of dimension that we can develop together, including a source of protein, minerals, vitamin, fibers, and other functional food, including actually many sources of medicines and and other aspects, including source. Sorry. In terms of SDG, we have SDG Center at Hasanuddin University. There we also use seaweed actually that can develop dimension in terms of climate change adaptation. As we know that seaweeds can absorb CO2, but also at the same time actually can absorb nutrient that can reduce the nutrient abundance in the marine water, especially in the coastal water, where many places we already face eutrophication. So related to SDG can go to SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 13, 14, and can be actually even linked with other SDG goals. Of course, we have challenge, and we like to have challenge, but we need to work together to resolve this challenge, including global warming, environment problems, and pollution. But we need to focus on opportunity. I mentioned already, we have a lot of potential for future seaweed. We do have a lot of diversity of seaweed. We only use few, and today maybe we focus these 2 days also, we focus on Ikema, for example. But for my talk, I do believe that with the pentahelix, we can even reach a lot more targets in the future, not only for food, but also for other source of like a functional food, medication, and also cosmetics. This is all opportunity. I don't have much time to develop, but this is actually also about a source of money. We have been lucky in Indonesia that our government has support this seaweed development. It is just the challenge of every one of us in this workshop how to to materialize this challenge for the future of the business on seaweed. We do believe all business have obstacles, challenges, including we still face a low quality. We still have a problem with the pricing. We still have problem of domestic market, which is we only absorb very little at the moment. We still face challenge of limited capital, but I think we do believe that using the pentahelix model, that my main focus actually will be kind of source of solution for everybody. So in this pentahelix model, as we can see, it is like the role of innovation actors that we are hoping to be one of the key triggers for developing this pentahelix innovation model, including transfer of needs and solution, developing production, commercialization of seaweed, seaweed technology, and of course, market creation and regulation. That's why we put media here, because we do believe that using seaweed as a platform for the future food is not only environmentally sound, but also can create a more circular economy and so on. So I think I'm running out of time. I will go with the roles of other all players from academic and researchers. I lay down here the roles, the potential roles of academic, from encouraging entrepreneurship, developing technology, empowering community, preparing human resources, and also developing cooperation. The role of, okay, I still have some time left. For the role of other, most important one actually for this time being is the role of industry players. I think seaweed nowadays we are expecting to be playing a lot more roles the strategic function or roles of the industry. So we do hope that the industry will help incubating and spin off the activity, business activity, funding, support for investment. And of course, actually, we do also hope the industry also play a role in developing R&D, especially to develop many more potential of seaweed. Unhas already have collaboration with several big industry, including maybe to mention a few only. Many big company are now actually trying to work with us in developing seaweed related industry or production. Also, the role of industry to promote the technology packages and exhibition. Also, of course, we are hoping that we are working together not only for on the final stage, but also starting from the beginning. Let me move my slide. The government, of course, play a very critical role, especially in making sure that, including providing research funding, incentive, and also helping to provide job for coastal community, and also for permitting and for other policy, including developing a better marine spatial planning so that we can develop seaweed in a lot more strategic way. Media, maybe this is not very common, but I will put media here especially just to ensure that at the national level, we have a global and national kind of agreement to put seaweed as one of our high-profile future business. They're not only developing and helping the coastal community, but also provide a good economy for Indonesian people. And of course, the society, the community need to be also become our partners. They are not only their objects and side players, but they need to be main players in this system, pentahelix system. So we do hope that the society, the community can proactively provide also activity to support this seaweed development. Many of this society, community level actually has developed a good technology that they adopted from industry, and we can collaborate together to develop internationally recognized business. I think I'm coming with my last slide. Of course, it's a big opportunity to develop seaweed industry for Indonesia, but we need to make sure that all of these pentahelix, from government, from academic, from industry and society, including media, need to work together in harmony, in productive way. We do need to make sure that R&D actually always being developed, especially because we still have plenty of rooms to develop a seaweed product, you know, both for not only for food and cosmetic and medicine, but also in the future, maybe we can have another product, in side products like fertilizers, animal fat, and so on. Of course, as I mentioned about protein, maybe this can support our food security, not only for Indonesia, of course, but maybe also for global society. And I think this will also promote seaweed as a solution of multifaceted. Of course, we need to have strategy in terms of mass cultivation, because this is something that in the future will face challenge for space and so on. So we need to put this in the context of not only for economy, but also to have another dimension of SDG, including climate change mitigation. So and to achieve all of this target, we wanted to be be optimistic. We wanted to be a lot more empowered as well. We wanted to be the world largest seaweed production in the world. Sorry, guys, from all over the world. This is Indonesia. They always wanted to have more and more, but I think potentially, as I mentioned, as we know in the past maybe 10 or 15 years, Indonesia has the potential. So through this pentahelix, we do hope that the dreams can come true. Thank you for your attention, and sorry for a little bit of hiccup of my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the insight.